I've just come from a gathering of 12,000 young American college students in Washington, D.C., gathered to learn about and take action on energy and climate shift issues. They called it power shift, and that's really what it felt like. People really stepping up to try to clean up some of the messes on this planet. One of the things I was able to tell them when I spoke to them was that they weren't alone, that there were young people all over the world, including in China, who are doing just the same kind of thing. Americans, Westerners, I think, tend to have a kind of monolithic idea of China and don't understand that there can be all kinds of interesting things going on. None more interesting than this Green Long March. Students from 50 different universities on a dozen routes across China, crisscrossing that vast country, and all of them eager to make real, positive, powerful change. It's gotten more and more depth to it each year as it's gone on. And now it's tackling the core set of issues, energy, climate, that will define our future. America and China are the two countries that will have the most to say about how our climate turns out. And the fact that the Chinese are much further along than we realize in many ways is really worth noting. That they lead the world in the installation of renewable technologies, especially solar hot water, is one of the things that students will be pointing out on that Green Long March. That's much we can learn from looking toward China. And vice versa. We'll be helping to spread the word about 350.org, about the newest science from the United States about how much carbon we can safely have in the atmosphere, a number that students all around the world are now embracing and putting forward in order to try to get all of our leaders to reach a meaningful, comprehensive international agreement. There's no possible way of dealing with global warming if we can't get China and the United States not only both involved, but both collaborating on creative ways to solve the biggest problem that we've ever faced. And the reason that there's great hope in both countries is because as the next generation comes up, it's a generation steeped in this ecological idea, steeped in the understanding that our old ideas about development are not sufficient for the world we now inhabit. I saw that in Washington last weekend with 12,000 young Americans, and I've seen it in China with the kind of kids who put everything else aside to march across the countryside in these amazing Green Long Marches. It's a collaboration that really means a lot to me, and I hope we'll see so much more of it going forward.